Hi there, I decided to make this video to show you how to replace the heater core on a 2002 Hyundai Elantra. It's actually a fairly simple process if you do it the way that I show you. I did some research. I didn't find any videos online or anything that would tell me how to do it. The only thing I found was that you would have to remove the entire dashboard to get to it, which is a very time-consuming, very tedious, and if you don't do it yourself, can cost you anywhere from $700 and up. Now, I found one guy that did write some information in a forum on how to do it. It actually worked very well. So I went ahead and made a video of how I did it using his instructions so that it's kind of easier to explain to anybody else who has the same problem. Now, the way that I did it is not, more than likely not the way Hyundai wants you to do it. But you know what, if you want to save yourself a ton of money and do it yourself, then by all means, go for it. It's what I did. It works great, and it saved me a ton of money. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and show you where the heater core is located. Okay, this is the inside of my 2002 Hyundai Elantra. Okay, now if you notice, I'm focused in on the passenger side glove compartment area, right? Now, the heater core, believe it or not, despite the fact that they tell you that you have to remove the entire dashboard, which is true, you don't really have to if you want to do it the way I did it. Okay, now if you notice down here, there's a vent. Okay, this vent, this is a cover, is being held by two screws. This is all it is, a plastic cover. You remove those two screws, and right behind there, you will see the heater core. Okay, now besides removing that, you're also going to have to remove the glove box. Okay, the glove box is pretty easy to remove. It's got two plastic clips underneath, right over here, that you pull to the side. It releases the glove box, and then you take it out. Besides that, you'll see a little, it's almost like a little holder here. You can't really see it too well because there's no light, but down here is a little plastic little tab that you release, and it lets it go from the top. Once this is out, you've got a couple of screws you want to take out. This is these screws here. You'll see 1, 2. There's several of them. You also want to remove the latch, okay, because all these screws are holding this frame. This is like a plastic frame that actually holds the glove box. You know what I mean? So you want to remove that plastic frame. It's about 6 or 7 screws, including the screws for the actual little metal tab here. Besides that, there are 2 hidden screws. The 2 hidden screws that you have to remove are right here on the side. If you look at where I'm standing, this panel right here, there's 2 screws. You just stick your hand on the side here, and you pull this panel out. Of course, it's easier once you have the glove box out. Pull out this panel here, and you'll see the 2 screws. All that releases the frame that actually holds this glove box in place, which is this plastic frame here. Once that's out, that's all you need to take out. You're going to see the heater core, again, which you're going to see exposed here, and the 2 pipes that go up. The 2 pipes from the core go up behind the dashboard, they curve, and then they go out through the firewall. Now, one thing is you will not be able to remove the heater core in one piece, because the heater core is actually, because the pipes actually go behind the blower vent and all that. So the way they're curved and the way you have to slide out, the heater core slides out like this. On a sideways position, it slides out. Because of the way it's positioned, the way you have to take it out, you're not going to be able to take it out in one piece. So what I did is, and what the guy in the forum recommended, and it worked, is to go ahead and cut the 2 pipes using a Dremel tool. You're going to need a minimum size wheel of 1.5 inch minimum size wheel to cut it, so that you can cut all the way through. So you cut the 2 pipes. Of course, you want to drain the heater core first by blasting some air into it through the hose connections out in the firewall. So you blast some air into it so you can get enough of that liquid out, so that when you cut it, you don't have a big spillage of antifreeze in the car. You cut those 2 pipes. Once you cut them out, you got to cut them out low enough so that you can actually slide it out, because you're going to be sliding it out sideways. You're going to slide it out. Cut it out low enough, slide it out so they can clear the blower motor back here. And that's it. Now the pipes, you can either leave them there and reuse them, which is what I did, and just attach the new core to the old pipes, or you can remove the pipes and put the new ones from the old core in. Now, the reason I say put the new ones is because you're going to get a core with 1 piece, but you're not going to be able to take it out in 1 piece. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut the new core in the exact same area where you cut the old core. Now you want to leave at least an inch gap in between the old pipes and the new core so that you can attach a 5/8 heater hose so that you can connect the two together. You're also going to use clamps, and I went to my local Pep Boys, the Ideal brand, item number 5212V. These clamps here are the ones that you're going to need to attach the heater hose to the heater core and old heater core pipes. You're going to need 2 sets of these. They come in sets of 2. You're going to need 2, obviously 2 for each pipe, because you have to attach it in 2 separate places. Now, to show you what the old heater core looks like, this is it right here. This is my old heater core, okay? And this is, as you can see, where I cut the pipes. Now, my pipes look a little bent out of shape. That was because I didn't cut them low enough when I first cut them, so I had to bend them in order to get them to clear out of the area where the blower vent is. But just to give you an idea, the heater core is like this, and it slides in that direction, and these pipes here bend upwards and behind all the plastic housing. So you're going to have to cut them. Okay, I used the Dremel tool to cut them, and got it out. When I got the new core, I cut it maybe a little lower than this one, because I wanted to leave that 1-inch gap so that I can put the hose in place. Otherwise, you're not going to have the room to, slide that hose into the new heater core. But you cut the same heater core, like I said, in the same area, about 1 inch shorter, okay? Then, of course, you want to cut it short enough so that you can slide it back in without hitting the blower motor that's actually